At Columbia, we've been here Columbia's been around for 47 years now. Primarily all of our finishes all been hand sprayed. We are looking at increasing capacities, volumes, and automation. And the next logical step that we needed to take was to implement a flatline spray system. We need to produce a high quality product and a repeated product. The best way to do that is through automation. Looking around at what was available to us, the decision was made to go with Superficie. When it came to deciding who to go with our flatline, there were two players that we primarily looked at. The presentation that Wade put together stood apart from everyone else. The testing that we did down in North Carolina, the lab, the facilities, the environment, they made the choice for us. We're very cautious when we go to make these decisions. It's not a small purchase that you make. Service is huge for us, right? We have to make sure that this thing is running. It's got a job to do. And we've had a few times already where we've been able to get on a phone, get a hold of Joe, get a hold of Nick, Carlo, and everyone's been very quick to return our calls, and downtime's minimal. Just make a few phone calls, they help us diagnose the issue, and we're up and running, right? And we don't miss a beat. When we're not producing product, it's costing us money. Technical support is second to none when it comes to the product, right? That was what basically helped us close the deal. Some of the top things with the flatline that we've noticed, the consistency in the finish. It's silky smooth is what we're seeing, and also the lack of overspray that we're seeing. And by doing by hand consistently on pedestals, the overspray that we're seeing, not that it was ever horrible, but being on a belt flat, you're not getting that overspray that's going in behind and floating back up onto the door. So fronts and backs, just the finish is, I mean, it's been amazing. So the stacking oven that we have is 24 trays. It is a very large piece of machinery. The machine is a monster. We can feed it, we can't keep up to it at this point. It will outproduce what we can currently do, allowing us that flexibility and that ability for growth, not limiting us to a small machine that in the next few years we've outgrown. The operators, when they're using it, they become very comfortable with the machine very quickly. Our dreams for the machine, before we used the flatline, we were running basically 18-hour days, producing our product, and we were approximately 900, at the time, about 900 boxes a week is what we were doing, and we were doing fine at that. But we needed to take for that volume, we needed to go to the next level. And the only way that we were going to achieve that was by the introduction of a flatline system. So our goals for this, we know that we should be able to produce what we have been producing in those 18 hours. If everything were to run through the flatline, we should be able to run that volume in about, conservatively, between 8 and 10 hours, doing what we were typically doing in an 18-hour day. The goal is to keep putting more and more product through there. Again, just the consistency and the finished quality that we receive is going to dictate that we need to put the product through there. Customers are going to start requesting that their product comes off the flatline, and they're going to learn to expect the quality that comes off of the machine. Machinery itself, second to none in the industry. From when the product arrived to our door in the containers, to the team from Italy that came over and assembled it, we're dealing with first class all the way. Again, being the size of the machine and what we've invested in it, sometimes you can look back and think, are we making the right decision? Did we make the right decision? And in this case, there was no looking back. It was looking forward, and the excitement of what the future brings together with Superficie. I think we'll see our ROI in less than 3 years.